The entertainment phenomenon of the century.
Earth apologist.
Alright geezers, I'm back with another shameless attempt to garner views this week in Internet. Yeah, we're doing another terrific Earth versus the World Slot Plus, and in today's video, Drake, I should say, the Canadian musician Drake, I should say Party Next Door and the Canadian musician Drake. He's released a new music video and it's fully AI. We've got quite a few stories on AI actually. There is something that makes the music hit different. I believe that's what the children are saying. There's something that hits different about Drake sitting in a chair devoid of emotion with a piss filter over him, and he's swimming about. Look at him go. He's there on a boat, he's pointing at a shark, he's swimming about like it's new Super Mario Brothers for the fucking Wii. No, it does. It really does look like it. And oh god, this is where music dies, isn't it? This is how music dies. Not with a bang, but with Drake slow motion walking with a fucking piss filter. I have no idea who half of these people are. Party Next Door, is that an invitation? I don't know what you're telling me. Directed by Annie Burke, or as it should say, typed into a computer by Annie Burke. What the fuck does that mean? Directed by Annie Burke. Is Annie Burke real? Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Drake, of course, has over 31 million subscribers. And, I mean, you know, the biggest stars. This isn't the only AI story we have, unfortunately. There's actually quite a few in the pop realm. And I predicted this long ago. Back when MrBeast, we've got MrBeast Truths coming up. When he was flirting with AI last year, if you remember, I did cover it. He was looking for an AI art director or something, and I, rather brilliantly, rather geniusly, rather 6 foot handsomely, I did make a quip about how anyone with opposable thumbs could be an AI art director. Alas, it's becoming normalised, and I knew it would become normalised because wherever there's money, this will be normalised, and there's money in it. Evidently. And I do hear people, people are really tired and they're desperate for real music made by real fucking people, genuine, authentic, soulful art. Because, I do hear them, really, truly I do. Music these days, it just feels so artificial, and that is why I am proud to shout out the band I've been managing and co-producing, Black Guy 5. They recently released their stunning debut single, Dum Dum Come Home. It was, dare I say written, dare I say directed by me. The music video's up on my channel if you do want to check it out. I think it's very good. The song of the summer is here, dear viewer. And, if you too are, and I'm not talking you two, the band, I mean you, like you, the person watching this behind a glowing rectangle currently. If you also are sick to death of artificial, soulless dreck being served up into your hungry baby bird mouth, the video on screen, dear viewer, then you've got absolutely no choice but to check out Black Guy 5 with their stunning new single. That is Black Guy 5. Sometimes there are 6 of them, with their debut, Black Guy Come Home. Dum Dum Come Home. And it's beautiful, it came from a real place. 25% of my viewership gone. That is, of course, in reference to Big Man Dum Dum called. We haven't seen him. He's been, very much like Trump recently, he's been MIA. We don't know if he's alive. We don't know if he's been wheeled back to the mental hospital, fucking Hannibal Lecter style. We don't know where he is, and I'm getting concerned. So if you have seen Dum Dum called, please, big up. Just tell him Earth Apologist, last honest man on the internet, Earth Apologist is looking for him. And that song was very much, about him. And it's real, This is the issue with so much pop music. The Weeknd and S Club 7 and all of this like new hip fucking music. It's not real. You know what I mean? It just upsets me that this has become normalised. In other truths, on that very topic, Sabrina Carpenter has made these little stickers for her new album, Man's Best Friend. If you remember, I've been talking about it, semi-frequently, I suppose. Of course, there was massive backlash from terminally online X users, or God forbid, Blue Sky users, over the album sleeve. Apparently, it was objectifying women. Even though, she seems fine with it. She's the one who fucking chose the album sleeve. So where's the issue? There was mass outrage from, I suppose, left-wingers, although there's nothing really left-wing about it, because she was on her hands and knees like a dog on the album sleeve. She then revamped the album cover with a soulless pastiche of a Marilyn Monroe photograph. I covered that as well. I spoke about how she was essentially trying to LARP as Marilyn Monroe with none of the sex appeal or charisma, because I'll do a video essay on that at some point, my wonderful view piglet. There is a charisma crisis in women these days. And I, of course, self-proclaimed, self-certified lady whisperer, womanologist. I know, a lot of people, a lot of men have opinions on women. I don't do opinions, we've been over this. I have objective taste on the fairer sex, okay? That's a tangent. She's released some stickers now, tying in with her new album. It is out. Maybe I'll do a wank battle of fucking music review of it, yeah. Talking about the polyrhythms and the diverse use of timbre, or whatever the fuck Fantano's whinging and wailing on about. His wife did leave him, by the way. Anthony Fantano's wife left him last year. No, but now there's AI stickers to promote the album. You've got some iconic scenes here. Let's go through them. Let's do a real fucking prosecution of these. Exhibit, here we have it. Yeah, something going on with the eyes. Exhibit B, I can't tell this one's AI immediately. I think she has an extra finger. Yes, I was correct. She's literally missing a finger, and the weird headband thing as well. Yeah. I noticed immediately that her eye colour is changing in all of these. Of course, you've got Exhibit C, different shade of blue. Different complexion as well. Again, almost orange in this one. And her hair and cheek are merging, plus her eyes look really smudged. Again, missing a finger. She is missing a finger. And then there's this one. One of her eyes has a shimmer, the other doesn't. Again, different shade of blue. Weird eyes again. One has no highlight and the other is missing a lash. The text on friend looks really smudged, like AI. Also, the design of the outfit just fades out, question mark. I'm not getting that one. I guess. Weird crotch. What's going on with the... Who remembers that absolutely legendary Sabrina Carpenter moment where she had no pupils? I remember that. That was great. Everyone was talking about it. Yeah, again, a different style. These are ever so slightly different styles. And then you have this one, which is a recreation of the album sleeve. I did actually, no pun intended, throw Miss Carpenter a bone. I actually designed my own take on the album cover. Again, you know, the Andy Warhol of the internet. I design album covers here and there. Here you have it. Here is my take on man's best friend. It's MrBeast, dressed up to look like Donald Trump, surrounded by dogs. And I think there's a real metaphor there. You know, there's a real like art to it. There's a real soul to it that isn't present in the previous iterations of the album sleeve. In other truths, Will Smith, so unpopular, he has to make fans. Yeah, he's now using AI crowds because no real warm-blooded humans want to listen to his fucking slop. And this, no, seriously, what the fuck? He's using AI. Again, I couldn't tell immediately it was AI. Apparently this is AI. He doesn't have enough actual fans. So, yeah, I'm not sure about that. This goes back to a point I had not too long ago. If you notice, all of these real clips are from different concerts and different events. So, it's a little bit suspect, isn't it? This goes back to a point I had in my blank period. Little series I was doing, getting back in the swing of things after my first channel, very Icarus style, was suppressed, violently suppressed. You know, I spoke very honestly, very humbly about maybe something suspicious going on with Jared Fogle, and out of the fucking woodworks instantly, shut him up, and they had to do me away. Unfortunately, much like, I don't know, an outbreak of herpes or a nasty fucking rash, I'm very resilient and very stubborn, and I'm going nowhere. The point is, celebrities are living too long. They are. We had a really good thing in the 90s. We had overdoses. We had suicides. We even had drive-by shootings, dear viewer. And now, celebrities are pissing their legacies up the wall and down the sink by living too long. They are living past their sell-by date. I mean, case in point, Madonna, right? I mean, come on. And it comes from a real place of concern. You know, I'm really concerned for these celebrities because they aren't dying enough, right? And they are, I mean, they're doing this, right? If Will Smith died at the height of Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince and all of this shit, oh, imagine the legacy of that man. When was Independence Day? Whenever Independence Day was, we can do like a ADBC thing here. He wouldn't have got up on stage and slapped Chris Rock. He wouldn't have been, I mean, routinely humiliated by his wife. That's one instance where I'm hoping for divorce, because fucking hell, really? And he's a nice guy. You know, I don't want any harm to come upon him. You know, Will Smith, peace be upon him. But I just wish he'd be dead. You know what I mean? I wish Will Smith would die. Because it's not like Eddie Murphy. He's not an evergreen black guy. Okay, he's not. Eddie Murphy, great. He changed the stand-up world. He did Party All the Time. Oh, dear viewer, do you remember Party All the Time? My girl wants to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. My girl wants to party all the time. Oh, she parties all the time. Beautiful, but like great song. And then, as if his career hadn't peaked already, he did Donkey from Shrek. So, and Shrek the Second, by the way. Shrek the Third as well. We don't talk about Shrek the Third. We do not talk about the third film, okay? What was I talking about? Yeah, see, Eddie Murphy, and yes, I'm pronouncing it with a TH sound, alright? I'm being a little bit genius, alright? Eddie Murphy he's an evergreen black guy. You know what I mean? He does something and he succeeds, and he I don't want him to die, right? Will Smith, though, he could have died, right? He could have, I don't know, fallen out of a moving vehicle. He could have been at, I don't know, some sort of amusement park, and I don't know, a bolt flew off the
Family Annihilator 3000.
and he just goes. He goes flying. Will Smith is never seen again. That fucker goes to the moon, which is actually a bit of foreshadowing to the next Black Guy 5 single in the works. As if, I mean, one smash hit isn't enough. We're going for the Beatles fucking record. Alright, whoever holds the top number ones, we're going for them. We are gunning for them. Like some sort of East Coast, West Coast rap feud. Do you see how I tied it in there? See, I started this bit talking about drive-by shootings in the 90s, and then I ended it there. My point is this, right? I am not endorsing anything terrible happening to Will Smith. I'm really not. I just wish he would have died 20 years ago. You know what I mean? This is embarrassing. In other truths,
Like, it's always so funny to see these people on Twitter, right? Especially people on Twitter who would like go out of their way and be like, you support artists, AI is bad. And they will keep saying support artists until they have to do it. Until you are the one that has to pay for the art. It's so virtuous and epic to say support artists.
some Swedish dickhead is whining, absolutely, binting, frankly. This is a bint. About the fact people won't buy his mod for a game that is 20 years old. He's apparently one of these modders for the fighting game Super Smash Bros. Melee, and he makes modifications to the game, and he expects payment for those modifications. Frankly, I really do hope Nintendo, very much the Disney of Japan, I hope they take legal action against this guy, which is really just a euphemism at this point for hiring a hit on the guy. Because
Hi again, it's your favourite person in the whole wide web, me. I forgot to mention the video on screen. He did compare himself to a refugee. Yeah, forgot somehow I forgot to mention that bit. In the same screed where this Swedish, just absolute, really questionable individual is whining about people not paying for his fucking Smash Brothers mod. He also compared himself to a refugee immigrant, trying to make a point about the hypocrisy of the liberal types with the little signs, refugees welcome, and yet most of them want to welcome refugees anywhere except their neighborhood, their community, their sort of gated compounds. Which, the point in isolation, fair enough. Him making it, though, very fucking questionable. Also, Family Annihilator 3000. I did actually edit in post because apparently wetback catapult is offensive. I didn't know that. I thought wetback was just like a silly phrase. Apparently not. No, apparently wetback is a racial thing. So I had to change it. Because, YouTube.com's already got me on super racism. I'm not flirting with that. Alright, I'm going to be on my best behaviour for the next 2 and a bit months. Because, you know what I mean? Do I really need to start a third channel, dear viewer? But yeah, long story short, this geezer compared himself to a refugee. See, these are the sort of artists I endorse being wiped out. Wipe them out.
it's not your game. Okay, and nothing annoys me more, dear viewer, than people trying to profit off of the hard work of billion-dollar corporations. It makes me fucking sick. No, really, where's the justice in this world? Where's the justice for our fucking billionaire class? And here he is, this fucking pleb, this Swedish dickhead pleb, this meatball munching, IKEA shopping, just, deviant, trying to make a quick buck or ruple or whatever funky not real currency they have over there in fetish Europe, hanging upside down in the Amsterdam torture garden, just waiting to be pissed on by a hiker waddling about with clogs on. No, you know, dancing to fucking ABBA. He expects you to pay for a mod of a 20-year-old game he didn't fucking make. No, you're an. This is the brand of artist, quote unquote. And you know, I'm a liberal. Live how you please. Maybe game modding is an art form, but it's certainly not something you should be able to capitalise on. It's not your product, and I feel this is a copyright violation. Surely. He doesn't own the rights to Marth or Zelda or whoever, right? Wambaligi. He doesn't own the rights to these fucking characters, and yet here he is modding about. He's modding about. He's mucking about. He's causing a fucking riot with this game that came out. I think it was around 20 years ago. When was Super Smash Bros. Melee? I feel it was 2003, 2004. You can't do that. And he's whining, essentially. He's moaning about people getting cold feet buying his mod. Oh, well, you say you support artists, but when push comes to shove, you don't give me your money. Speaking of which, this is topically relevant. Give me your money, dear viewer. Give me your money. Give me your money now. But no, these aren't serious people. See, this is my issue with all of that sort of fetish region of Europe. I'm going to be a little bit controversial here. You may unsubscribe. Scandinavia is not a real country. Okay, controversial. I know, it's not a real country. These are not real people. And why didn't we take them over? You know what I mean? Why didn't we take over that whole region of the world? We took over India before we got to these fuckers. That really does tell you something, doesn't it? But no, obviously, I mean, this is the kind of artist that should be wiped out like a biblical plague of locusts. This is the sort of artist I hope AI displaces, because they fucking deserve it. In other truths, this is just a sweet video. This is just a heartwarming video. I did get a few subscribers from that EDP, Enter Dat Prison, or as I like to call him, he's Dat Paedophile. I did get a few subscribers from that video, so yeah, I'm loyal. Yeah, I follow mob rules. I follow the law of loyalty. People turned up for that video, so here's something vaguely related to it. Here he is. Oh, he's laughing. He didn't meet a child. Oh, isn't that wonderful? He didn't almost molest a child. That's beautiful. And he got his cupcakes. It's Disney, innit? Where's the Disney rendition of this fairy tale? In other truths, Simon Bird has been cast in Sean Levy's Star Wars Firefighter, starring Ryan Gosling. In theatres, May 28, 2027. Of course, this is the part where I do my hilarious rendition of the feisty one you are bit. And everyone laughs. Oh, everyone reminisces about how great the In-Betweeners were. And it slowly starts to dawn on you. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. I am dying. I am old. Please, please, let me go back. Let me go back. In other truths, YouTuber Paul is Ego is threatening a snark subreddit with criminal libel/slander charges. Now, of course, if you know anything about me, dear viewer, last honest man on this wretched website, for the recently concussed in the audience, I have gone on record saying lawfare is fine by me as long as it doesn't affect me. Okay, now you could say, oh, but that's a double standard. You're damn fucking right it's a double standard. I'm me and you're not. We are playing two very different games, dear viewer. In other truths...
Psychotic. Some have accused Klein of having a psychosexual obsession with Piker. Give me one example. Quote, so this is what Hassan says. He talks about my body and the way I look a lot. Give me one example. Give me.
Oh right, this is the big story. Ethan Klein has been exposed for being a bit of a Zionont. That's what I'm branding him. I'm branding him as Zionont. There's a lot to go through. Fucking hell. Yeah, essentially, a Reddit account he owned was discovered, and he's made some very deviant, questionable remarks. What socially inappropriate thing are you frequently tempted to do? Touch little boys. I think this is actually true. If my neighbours think I'm a paedophile, why shouldn't I molest their children? Those are just two choice quotes from the man himself. Of course, I've had my feelings about Ethan Klein. He dresses like a 7-year-old. He does that really weird thing with his eyes that makes him look like some sort of snail, right? Like some sort of anthropod. That's what I call him. He's an anthropod. Half man, half mollusk. And, obviously Teddy Fresh, he's all for railing against the capitalist system, unless it's sweatshop labour making his shitty little hats and shirts to, for you, dear viewer, to dress like a 7-year-old, even though you are 44. Legend has it you can actually smell the sweatshop cruelty in the fabric. You can smell the tears of those poor little Indonesian boys sewing a Nike to their fucking finger. It's great. Oh, no. But, yeah, it's not looking good. Of course, his defence was, I was just trolling. He doesn't deny it, by the way. He doesn't deny this is him. When you become an uncle, avoid the sexual tension that is inevitable between you and your nephew, full stop. It will be very exciting and enticing, but in the end, the stress that will result from this relationship will not be worth it. It is always best to get involved with children outside the family, with friends, co-workers, etc. Yeah, it's not looking good for the guy. And this was 14 years ago. Wow. Great post. Reminds me of the time I was in my friend's pool using the jet to masturbate. It was funny because my friends were doing this on the other side of the pool, and his little sister was just sitting there watching me. Kinda weird, but looking back, it makes me lol. Thanks for the memory. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot here, dear viewer. It goes quite deep. Comment below. Comment below. What do you think about this? Is he a Zionist? Obviously, he is a bloodthirsty Zionist, but is he also a paedophile? He also did LARP as some sort of Jewish supremacist on this Reddit account, which does give credence. If you're willing to troll, quote unquote, about how much you love the state of Israel, I suppose it makes it a lot more plausible that you would troll, quote unquote, being attracted to kids. Yeah, no, maybe him and EDP can skip through the flower fields, cupcakes in hand.
We did it, guys. We hit our goal of raising $40 million, a crazy number, to get 2 million people all around the world clean water for decades each. People in America, Europe,
God, this again. It's this fucking guy again. MrBeast, whose name should be Josh. He can't keep getting away with this. He can't keep doing this. No, I'm fucking angry. I'm really fucking angry. Get this, right? Get what this fucking dickhead has done now. He has secured clean drinking water to people that didn't have clean drinking water for decades. Decades of clean drinking water. I mean, someone has to stop him. Someone has to stop him doing this. He can't keep getting away with this. No, really, that's how the people whinging about MrBeast being a white saviour sound to me. Really. I'm MrBeast, and I just helped 50,000 kids in wheelchairs walk again. No! No! That's what they sound like. That is honest to fucking Vishnu how these people sound to me. Obviously, let's get the elephant out of the room. Is MrBeast a bloodless capitalist? Yes, guilty as charged. Is he doing this to boost his own name and reputation off the back of such charitable acts? Of course he is. Of course he is. If you really pushed him enough, I feel he would admit that. You know, would he be doing this if it didn't raise his profile? Probably fucking not. But I'm a very, very ends justify the means minded guy. I don't give a fuck what your motives are. If you are helping people in the world in some way, great, well done. You know, what, brilliant. I'm not going to drop to my knees and fellatiate you for it, but well done, MrBeast. There are some deaf, dumb and blind kids that are slightly less deaf, dumb and blind because you gave them, I don't know, 2.7 million Etch-a-Sketches. Wonderful. Love that. Congrats. You know, congrats going to the impoverished Mbingu tribe in Nairobi and giving them PlayStation Vitas. Brilliant. You know. Wonderful. Is that offensive? Is that racist? You would tell me if that was racist. I don't think that's racist, right? Because some African tribes really do. That's not like... Comment below. Is that equivalent to me saying a racial slur? If it is, I truly do apologise. But... you don't know these days. Is that offensive? Will that get me arrested? But yeah, no, he's done it again. Oh, the fucking gall of this guy to go out there and help people. What gives him the fucking right? White devil in other troops. In other troops. Oh, this is awful. Really, truly, maybe this is part 4 of the end of the internet. You have reached your daily limit of 10 videos. Get YouTube Premium for unlimited access to uploads from all your favourite channels. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Speaking of that, apparently you're no longer able in America to delete watch history on YouTube. Now, that hasn't been rolled out here, last I checked, but for whatever reason, you can no longer delete watch history. I'm not sure if you can still turn off watch history, because obviously that is an option. You can toggle it. I'm a big fan of toggles. I love toggles. We need more toggles. The world would be a better place. The internet certainly would be a better place if there were more toggles. Give me more toggles. Yeah, but apparently now you are unable to delete watch history. And I'm not really sure about that. I don't see the point. Why would you do that? You know what I mean? That doesn't make a lot of sense. In other troves, speaking of which, yeah, again, you are having to humiliate yourself with cutesy, childlike euphemisms like sewer slide and grape. Meanwhile, this is advertised on your fucking video, dear viewer. So, I've been covering this on and off, much like the Carpenter situation. Yeah, the irony's not lost on me. There is softcore pornography. I mean, I've been talking about this since 2024. I've done multiple segments on this now. There is softcore pornography on videos. That's evidently advertiser friendly. The advertisers are friendly, but your content isn't advertiser friendly. Meanwhile, these are the advertisers you're dancing around with bells on your feet for the fucking money of. No, it does. I mean, you know, again, more AI slop. I really must do a second instalment of the whole AI thing, because I fuck you not, dear viewer. All my advertisements on YouTube now are AI. AI generated music, which, I mean, don't get me started on that. I'll do a video on that as well. I mean, you know what I mean? Where's the soul in that, right? Where's the soul in generating an AI song, right? What next? An AI generated music video? No, you can't do that. You know, AI generated voice cloning, AI generated video. Again, you know, is there going to be AI generated music videos like Drake? I mean, really? In other truths, US actor Bruce Willis' wife say E-Day in great health, but in brain day fail. So, wonderful. Great. And closing this fine, I guess. It's been okay. It's been passable. Installment of Earth versus the World Slot Plus ... this week in the internet with I didn't even get it right. Earth versus the World Slot Plus ... this week in ... no, hang on. Earth versus the World Slot Plus ... this week in ... tonight with Earth Apologist, featuring Earth Apologist, hosted by Big Man Earth Apologist. Belgium to recognise Palestine as they sanction Israel. Well, you know what they say, game, respect, game, because most of the world doesn't recognise Belgium as a real country either. I love you, God bless you. No, seriously though, I would much sooner acknowledge Palestine as a country than Belgium. Belgium is not a real country. But Keir Starmer, you're probably watching this, mate. Recognise Palestine and de-recognise, unrecognised Belgium. It is not a real country, okay? No, really. One of the places Hitler really